these are our 4 equations. Sorry, 3 equations. Yikes. Okay, so for today, we are going to do f of g of x. So I'm going to rewrite it in parentheses version, f of g of x. And now there's no number to plug in, right? There's no number to plug in. So I am going to go figure out what is g of x. So looking at my 3 equations, I know g of x is negative 3x minus 8. So I am going to take out g of x and I'm going to put in negative 3x minus 8. So I'm doing f of negative 3x minus 8. So the thing that I'm substituting in is going to be that entire function. So now I need to go get the f equation. The f equation I see right here is 2x plus 7. I'm going to write the shell of that equation. I'm going to take out the x's and leave a space to write. So I have 2x plus 7. 2x plus 7. I said that funky. I said x because what I really wrote here was parentheses, big parentheses, because I'm about to substitute in the whole function. So now I'm going to take this entire function and I'm going to put it right here. I'm replacing the x with negative 3x minus 8. So I have 2x plus 7. That's my first step. I'm writing the equation and I'm taking that inside equation, plugging it into the equation. And now my second step is to simplify. Simplify. How would I go about simplifying this equation here? You can come off mute, you can put it in the chat, either way. How could I simplify this?
Do you have to distribute the 2?
I can distribute the 2. Zephyr, can you help me distribute the 2? What does that look like? 2 times this, what is it?
2 times negative 3 will be negative 6. X.
And then?
Minus 16.
Yes, perfect. Minus 16. Yes, that's distributing. Jasmine, thanks for that in the chat. And then I have the plus 7 from before. And now I need to combine my like terms, right? Combining like terms. So I'm dropping down the negative 6x, combining negative 16 and positive 7. That's going to give me negative 9. Negative 9. This is my answer to the equation. This is my answer to the original question. You might be wondering, but like, hey, well, hold up. Last time we had a number as our answer. Why am I having an x here? And the reason why is because remember when we did the addition and subtraction, right? When there was an x, right, where our answer had an x in it, right? We're taking one function that has x's in it. We're putting it into a different function with x's. And that's when we simplify them together, we're most likely going to have x in our answer. We're going to put them together. After seeing this first example, how are we feeling about this topic? How are we feeling? Go ahead and plug in that poll. Cool to be 2s, cool to be 3s, could be cool to be 0s, cool to be 5. Sounding good. Cool, I'm looking for everyone's response here. All right. Thank you for your response. All right, this is what I'm seeing. We're seeing some 4s, some 2s and 3s, a couple 5s. Appreciate that. Let's take a look at our next one. All right. So for this one, we have g of f of x. How could I write that in parenthesis version? Like how I had f of g of x here. Can someone type for me in the chat? How would I write the g of f of x with parentheses? What would that look like? Yes, Emiliano, great job. G of f of x. Yes, awesome, Jasmine, thank you. G of f of x. Perfect, Zephyr. So I need to take out the f of x. What function am I going to put in here where it says g of f of x? Where it says f of x, what am I going to put in instead of f of x? G of what?
2x plus 7.
Yes, 2x plus 7. Thanks, Emiliano. I see you. Right, so g of 2x plus 7. That is this function here. So now I'm going to go get the g function. Here it is right here. I'm going to go get the g function. I have negative 3x minus 8. Negative 3x, but remember we're taking out x, putting in something else. What's the something else that we're putting in? What are we putting in instead?
The 2x plus 7.
Yes, we're putting in 2x plus 7. This 2x plus 7, that's what we are replacing with here. The 2x plus 7. Perfect. All right, now we're on that second step to simplify. We're on that second step, so I'm going to do that same distribution that I see from before. Negative 3 times 2x, negative 6x. Negative 3 times 7 minus 21. Thanks, Emiliano. And then minus 8. Thanks, Maya. How can we combine them? Or what should we combine?
Minus 8.
Negative 6x. Wait, what was the number, Roxana?
Oh, I thought you were asking which ones were we gonna do, which I just said 21, negative 21 and 8. Negative.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to combine negative 21 and negative 8, and we're going to get negative 20. Right. Absolutely. Awesome. Okay, so I used the same equations. I used f and g, and then I used g and f. Did I get the same answer?
No.
No, right? I used f and g, and then I used g and f, and I got different answers, right? So the order really matters here, right? Because if I take the g and I plug it in, or if I take the f and I plug it in, those are different, different processes. So I'm going to get two separate answers. So we want to be careful with our order here. Okay. All right. I want us to try to set one up on our own. I want us to try to set up one on our own. So I want you to try f of h of x. F of h of x. I'm going to mute myself for a moment. Go ahead and try to set it up using the same steps that we used on the past two examples. If you'd like to help me, you can use that raise hand button, that reaction. You want to help me with this problem? How could I write this in parentheses? How could I write this using parentheses?
F parentheses H parentheses X parentheses parentheses.
Perfect. Thank you. And then I have F. What is the H function? What should I put instead?
X squared plus 4x.
X squared plus 4x.
Yes. Thank you, Zephyr and Roxana, for working that out. Perfect. So we have our x squared plus 4x. And what function are we going to put it into?
F of x, which is 2x parentheses the x over exponent, and 4x parentheses plus 7.
4x and then plus 7. So first we had f of x, which was 2x plus 7. That's our f of x. And then we substituted in that green portion, right? Substituted in that green portion. So we took out the x. This is 2x plus 7, which is f, and then plugged it in here. And then from there, we're going to simplify. Anybody want to help me with distributing? Go for it, Zephyr.
So when distributed to, it's going to be 2x squared plus 8x plus 7.
Perfect. Do I have to combine anything, or is that my answer, Zephyr?
I combined the 2x squared and 8x, but I think that's wrong because there's an exponent on the 2.
Yes, good double thinking. You are correct. We do not want to combine them. We don't want to do that because one is x squared and one is x. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So this is my correct answer. 2x squared plus 8x plus 7. That's it. Great job. Give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you for helping everyone in the chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone who came off mute to help me out. Okay, we have seen 3 questions that are generally on the same type of level or the same type of question. I want to know, how are you feeling now? How are you feeling now? What about the x on the 2? Emiliano, are you asking about the x squared here? Because it's 2x plus 7. Oh, so since there is the 2 here, so when it says 2, what I essentially did was I wrote 2x plus 7. The x is what is in parentheses there, and the 2 came down straight like that. So we have now 2x plus 7 here. Right, so then once we did that, the 2 got distributed into both of these pieces like that. Great question. Thank you for asking a clarifying question. Good job. All right, here is where we're at with our answers. We are sitting in some 4s, which is great, but we have more 5s than we had before. So some people moving on up. We have a few less 2s, a few less 3s, more 4s and 5s, which is awesome. Okay, team, we're going to do one more complicated problem. It is like the most complicated type of problem that you might see today. So I want to make sure that you do have access to it, that you see it. Most of your problems will be just like these ones, the three that we just did, but I do want you to see a hard one. So this time we're going to do h of f of x, h of f of x. How could I write this in parenthesis mode? What is my parenthesis mode? Yes, Wendy, thank you. H of f of x, like so. All right, what is f of x? What is the thing that I'm going to substitute in? I want h of what?
So x.
2x plus 7.
Yes, be careful if you unmute while someone else is talking. Be careful, be careful. 2x plus 7, for sure. All right, what is my h equation? What is my h equation? Yes, Roxana.
X squared and parentheses 2x plus 7 parentheses plus 4x.
Okay, I like what you're saying there, Roxana, with the x squared plus 4x like this. I want to be careful. I'm not going to put the x squared next to the 2x plus 7. I'm going to actually replace the x, like take the x out and put in the function. So instead of writing it like that, I'm going to write it like this. I'm going to write x squared plus 4x, like that. So the x is turning into this whole thing, and this x is turning into this whole thing here. All right, so my x is a blank space, and this x is a blank space here. So I have x squared plus 4x turning into this one here. Now I'm going to take that thing that I'm supposed to be putting in, and I'm going to substitute in 2x plus 7, 2x plus 7. Roxana, do you see how that's slightly different than what you were saying earlier?
Yes.
Can you explain what we did instead of what you did? So just restate it.
So instead of doing how we were doing it in the first couple of problems, you just put in with the exponent.
Yeah, definitely. I put it in with the exponent. So here I had just 2x, right? Now my x has an exponent on it, right? My x has an exponent on it. So I want my new function that's standing in for x, I want that to have an exponent on it, right? So I'm actually taking out the x and putting in the new thing. So I have this guy here. All right. This right here, 2x plus 7, this guy right here is actually the same as 2x plus 7 times itself, 2x plus 7. There are two of them being multiplied together. What does this look like? What am I going to have to use to multiply these together?
Combine them?
I can't just combine them. How am I going to combine them? I can't add them together. I need to multiply.
Use the box version.
Yeah, I can use the box version. Good. All right, so I'm going to use the box. Here we go. 2x plus 7. 2x plus 7. 2x times 2x gives me 4x squared. 7 times 2x gives me 14x. 2x times 7 gives me 14x. 2 times 7, 14. 7 times 7 is, quick math, 49. Thank you, Faith. 49. Awesome. I need to combine any like terms I see, which are here, 14x and 14x. Are they going to cancel or are they going to add together?
You're gonna add them together.
Yes, we're going to add them together. They're both positive, so we're going to put them together. So we have 4x squared. What is 14 plus 14? 28x. Yes, thank you, Maya. Oh, and I wrote just 14 again. Let me not write 14. Let me actually write 28. 28x, and then 49. Is that our answer to this entire problem? Jasmine shaking
No,
her head no. Roxana, why not?
because you still have the other side.
I still have the other side, absolutely. I still have this thing over here, right? So what am I gonna do with that guy?
In a do 4x times 4 plus, multiply 2x, which is 8x, and 4 times 7 is 28.
Yes, 28. 28 like that. All right, is this the answer to my whole problem?
No, not yet.
No. Why not?
Because you could still there's still like terms, which is like 28x and 8x.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any other like terms?
49 and 28.
All right. Anybody want to tell me what I should write then?
4x squared plus 36x plus 77.
Yes, plus 77. So we did 28 plus 8 gives me 36. We did 49 and 28 gives me 77. Whew. That was much more complicated, but the idea remains the same, right? We take out the x's and we put those big parentheses there and we fill them with that other function, right? Fill them with that other function. I'll let you see that whole problem all together, right? So actually not too much paper taken up, although you might have taken out more paper than me, right? But as we can see again, I did at first f of h and second h of f, and those gave me two answers. So does the order matter? Yes, the order matters. Is f of g of x the same as g of f? No, it's different. It's different. All right, so we want to be careful with that order. Okay. I know that our assignments have felt a little bit longer this time. I've gotten your feedback. Thank you so much for telling me that they have been feeling like they're longer. The interesting part is they're actually the exact same amount of problems. I always have about 15 to 20 problems on each assignment, and the ones from this quarter have not been longer. However, they have the individual problems have taken a little longer. So I definitely hear you. Today, you just have two sections. The first one is either option 1 or option 2. So either paper version, if you want to do option 1, these are on paper. If you prefer computer, you've got option 2 for IXL, right? So whichever one you have there, right? You can choose which one, and then you have your checkpoint as always. You have your checkpoint at the end, but it is very, very simple things that we've done before. Then you're done. There is not even like another page. There's no extra credit. If you really, really want extra credit, you can do both of these, but I would not recommend it. I would recommend taking a break. So those are your options for today. If you would like to hang out and get some more support or ask another question, you are welcome to. Brandon, Alba, hang out. I'm going to answer your question in just a hot second. If you would like to get some more support, you can. But at the very least, y'all have taken notes with me. So I really, 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 really want to see your notes before the end of the day today. Even if you don't finish option 1 or option 2, I still want to see that you have completed something. Some points always better than no points. Okay. That is it for me. If you are good to go, you can sign off. If you want to stick around and work with our TAs, you're welcome to. Other than that, let me go back to Brandon's question. Brandon, you said you know how to do it, but why do we do them like they're two separate problems? Are you talking about this part here where we did like the box separate from the distribution? Yeah. So in this, this is actually like two terms here. There's like the squared term and there's the 4x term. Because there's a plus sign there, they're kind of like two separate things that are being added together, right? So I have the squared part, I need to handle that with the box, but I don't need to use the box for the 4 times this part. So that this part is less complicated than the box part. Does that answer your question, or did I add confusion to your question? Yeah, answered it. Cool. I'm glad to help. Yeah. It's mostly just like I'm making it less, I'm splitting it into 2 pieces to make it less complicated for myself. Glad to help. Awesome. All right, just a reminder, if you want some additional support, Ms. Flores is going to be supporting. Ms. Flores, are you supporting on your in your room?
Yeah, I went ahead and sent a calendar invite, so it should be in their email.
Sweet, awesome. So if you got that email, if you didn't get that email, you can reach out to Ms. Flores. Just type Ms. Flores into your email. Bye, Roxana. Nice to see you. All right, team. We are officially done for today. So if you want to sign off, you are welcome to. If you want additional support, just message me and I'll put you in that room. Bye, friends.